The weather is at 120% humidity, meaning that it's just pouring as we make our way through southeastern Michigan's picturesque countryside. Our test vehicle is the 2010 Chevrolet Equinox, and we are on our way to bucolic Ann Arbor, Michigan. The gorgeous farms and homes, both large and small, dot the landscape and remind us why many people from Michigan never leave Michigan. But despite the pleasant surroundings just far enough from Detroit, a question lingers. We find ourselves asking why General Motors, already progressing through Chapter 11 reorganization due to the excessive glut of such vehicles, is introducing another. But before you start sending your snide comments, you need to know this is not business as usual for the General. The Equinox gets rid of the old version with a new, more stylish follow-up that seems much more in tune with the times. Let's start with mileage. This Equinox can be optioned with the direct injection 3-liter DOHC V6 that puts out to the tune of 264 horsepower and 222 pound-feet of torque. The V6 provided plenty of power for the Equinox to cruise comfortably all day on the interstates. It was not as engaging a ride as that of the Ecotec 4-cylinder, but would be the better package if all-wheel drive is a must-have on your CUV shopping list. Coupled with the Hydra-Matic 6-speed automatic transmission, this package is good enough to bring in EPA mileage figures of 18 miles per gallon city, 25 miles per gallon highway. The 2010 Equinox is a 5-place crossover that carries forward with the new corporate identity by way of a split grille. A crisply creased one-piece side stamping makes the boldest statement, while a C-pillar channels the Mercedes M-Class. Clean, sleek curves wrap around the rear with a spoiler on top of the liftback to aid aerodynamics. Wide wheel flares impart a bulldog-like stance that in all honesty could accommodate up to 22-inch wheels instead of the 19 inches that are offered as the largest factory option. Extra attention to details really pays off in this Equinox. The ride is exceedingly quiet thanks to details like triple sealing on the doors and moving the windshield forward about 3 inches to cut the wind. Rocker panels are now part of the doors, which is an assist to those who repeatedly find themselves swiping dirt on their pant legs. Above the Equinox's beltline, chrome strips surround the windows and add contrast to the roof rack, helping to dress this Chevy up. The layout is optimized to provide ample room throughout. Even with 6-foot passengers in the rear, there was plenty of room to stretch without touching your knees to the back of the driver and passenger seats. The width may be another story. To our eyes, the rear bench seat seems fit for 2.5 men rather than 3 full-size occupants. One of the test vehicles featured very handsomely stitched leather seats, while another one came equipped with fabric surfaces. Trust us, go for the leather option. The cloth seats had an unusual two-tone color scheme with a rather unattractive layered mesh appearance. Single-color cloth seats would be fine, but these might even make vegans opt for the leather. The Michigan roads we rumbled our way through in the Equinox had enough tar patches and pothole fixes to cause the suspension to almost hum along at a 60-cycle pace. But the reality was this crossover displayed great road handling abilities and was firm without being jarring. Pushing it through a cloverleaf-style interstate on-ramp showed little sway or wallowing while gaining speed to merge into high-speed traffic. But at this point, the 4-banger is letting you know the engine room is at full throttle. Once at speed, it will cruise comfortably all day long. By combining practicality and top-notch fuel economy with a style that is head and shoulders above the model it replaces, General Motors has the makings of a hit on its hands. Let's hope that the automaker's perilous financial situation, which wasn't quite as public when the Equinox was under development, doesn't overshadow this thoroughly impressive redesign.